Yes, so basically we stopped last time with you guys sleeping at Belmore Inn.
Okay.
And you guys decided to buy nights at the most expensive inn by far in town.
Yep.
Because Rinlet is Rinlet. So yeah, we will be starting with the very next day, morning time. Kabar is sleeping in.
Joe,
Yep.
I recommend we sometime afternoon at the council center.
Council center?
Whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember what it's called. What is it?
Oh, the place we were at?
I feel like you guys are going to want highlighters for some of those.
Council of 12.
Oh, you do have a highlighter.
I'm so prepared for Dungeons and Dragons.
So, afternoon, I need to go and state my case, our case, before the council, so that the majority of them believe that there's actually a threat and they can take appropriate measures to keep people safe.
Sure.
But in the morning, perhaps we can go to the house of Parvelsey and ask about his daughter and see if we can be of some assistance there. Earn ourselves a little reward while earning the favor of someone on the council.
That never hurts.
Okay. Well, I had a couple of grapes, so I'm good for this morning.
Oh, can I get this mutton to go?
I think you're not paying for breakfast. You're funny. No,
I will take one breakfast,
breakfast
please.
is not included.
I will take one breakfast.
Staying in a fancy place, nothing is included.
All right. Meals are two. I guess breakfast is 7 silver.
It's a lot.
Like 10 times more than
The only thing they serve is aristocratic level meals. So breakfast is multi-course.
Hey, let's just I'm just going to get like a pastry on the way.
That's fine. I literally don't.
Well,
like
I don't want to
eat.
break a gold.
It's understandable too.
I guess they could sell you like something individual, but if you want like actual breakfast, yeah, it's a multi-course. It's like half an hour minimum.
That's right. Kabar had a whole thing about the continental breakfast. There isn't one.
Yeah, exactly. There's no continental breakfast.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Why don't we play more often? All right. As we're walking, do they have like food stands or anything?
Oh yeah.
Like breakfast stands?
There will be random stalls and just little market stalls and carts and things. You can definitely pick up some bread or fresh fish, anything like that.
Maybe a hunk of cheese. Nothing quite like a hunk of cheese and a heel of bread for breakfast. And maybe some whiskey.
Okay.
That's Reyna. That's not Renlith.
Okay.
Renlith is a couple of grapes.
That's pretty much prison. Cool.
Yeah, if you want a hunk of bread and some cheese, that'll be like a silver piece.
Or an equivalent. If I can't find like some tart or something, I'll even settle for like a fish pie. A single serving. Yeah. I don't know what you believe for breakfast here. It's probably fish though.
They've got fresh fish, yeah.
I spent the silver
Not
to not go hungry.
But I mean, they'll have like especially if you go to the docks district, you'll literally just have like fresh fish.
I will also spend the money.
Should we have left a note with like the front desk for Kabar?
Oh no. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Renlith isn't actually going to eat the breakfast. He's just going to purchase it and probably just throw it away.
As one does when you're in the city.
Just throw it on the street towards the slums. Somewhere where it'll-
A mile away.
yeah.
It's not over there.
You'll get there eventually.
Mage handed over there. You know,
M17.
M17.
House of Parcel.
Oh, that's where you're going.
Yes.
I was like, M17? You're nowhere near M17. You're at like,
We're at T1. Or,
Yeah.
well, we left there anyway.
well, yeah, you're leaving T1. So you're heading to the House of Parvelsey?
Yeah. If I see a carriage or something, I'll hail it.
Little rickshaw type thing?
Yeah.
Yes. There are a couple, basically, coach cabs. There would be a copper piece to take you where you want to go.
Yeah, I'll get in and I'll say, House of Parvelsey.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, yes, my lord! Nobles visiting nobles. Very good.
Only in the city, right?
Who are you talking to, Joe?
I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. Alright. So you rat-a-tat your way across town. And minutes later, you pull up in front of a fairly decent looking house. It looks like it's in slight disrepair. It looks old. And it looks like it's seen better days, but it's still in fairly decent condition. The general area around here are slightly larger houses. It looks like minor noble families maybe, or old noble families that can't quite afford the extravagance of the fancy temple district, but are more tucked away than just on the main drag.
Okay. Is there an entryway into this Parvelsey estate here?
So basically what you've got is you've got a tiny little garden with a gate and then a path up to the front door. There's just a gardener outside right now.
Okay. I'll walk up, pass the
follow.
gardener up to the front door, and not turning my head to recognize the.
So you don't accidentally look at him in the eye.
No. I don't want him to know that I notice him. And just walk up to the door and look for a bell pull or a knocker or something.
Okay, there's a knocker on the door.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, I do say hail as we walk by.
To the gardener.
To the gardener. I acknowledge the gardener.
He just kind of looks up at you and then looks down quickly.
Sir, if you, it's best not to pay them any mind.
Oh,
Just
no,
makes them nervous.
Men of the land, they really need to concentrate really hard.
It's not like they're rich people or anything. Okay, so just a few seconds later, the door swings open, and there is a modestly dressed butler. He looks like he's in his maybe early elderly stage. Kind of moves a little slow. He opens the door. He peers at you and says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Good morning. Renlith the Inn. Come to call for your master. Is he available?
What? Master Percy is available, I suppose. To the right person. May I ask what you are calling for?
We spoke with the council yesterday. and we're informed that Percy's
He's kind of eyeing Ranger Joe up and down the whole time.
daughter is missing.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna spend 6 seconds putting up my hood.
Petunia has been missing for quite some time. You are here to help with that predicament.
After a discussion, of course.
Oh, yes, wonderful. Yes. Master will be very happy to meet with you then. Would you please wait in the parlor?
Of course.
And he kind of waves you inside, and he kind of just...
This is my compatriot, Joe. He comes with me.
Ayo.
Yes. Joe. Master Joe, thank you. Please, come in.
Thanks.
He kind of just stares after you as you walk in, closes the door, and then he kind of waves you off into the room right off the door. It's basically a sitting area. Again, it's nice, but it's modest. A lot of the furnishings are very old, and they're starting to show their wear. More than just antiques, they're kind of slightly in disrepair. He says, "If you will make yourself comfortable, one moment, and I will get Master Percy."
Joe immediately sits down.
Is there anything in the room that needs any repair?
Not necessarily actually needs repair. They're just not like in the best
Just
condition.
worn out.
Yeah, exactly, worn out.
Okay.
What if I jump on the couch? I don't jump on the couch.
I'll take a seat in the nicest looking chair, I suppose, the most comfortable.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in
Kind
a
of.
chair.
Leaned back a little bit with my legs crossed.
The chair with the best view of whatever decorations in the room.
So there are plants, and there is a small piano in the room, and there's a couch and a few sitting chairs,
Okay.
and then a low table, and then windows.
Joe, I see you eyeing the piano. It's not polite to play other people's instruments.
I can't play piano.
I'm sure you could.
And an entire wall of bagpipes.
Yeah, the organ, it's basically a bagpipe. Piano, I don't understand at all.
Okay. So, a few moments later, actually a few minutes later, the butler returns and says, "Yeah," and he says, "Introducing Master Percy and his Mistress Persimmon of the House Parvelsey."
Stand up
I
and greet him.
stand up a half a second behind Runleth.
So in walks two middle-aged people. Percy is a squat fellow, probably just over 5 feet tall, and he's slightly obese, but not immensely so. And he's also dressed fairly similarly to the butler, in just slightly better clothes. Persimmon is a little bit younger than he is. She's in better shape, but she basically looks like she's been perpetually distraught for who knows how long. She has a handkerchief in each hand, and looks like you showing up has renewed the flow of tears, because looks like she's been dabbing at her eyes. Her eyes are red and swollen. And Percy kind of ushers her in as he says, "Welcome, welcome! Yes, I am Percy Parvelsey, head of this household. I hear that you've come on behest of the town council to help us."
Not at the behest, but of our own accord. And yes, we've heard of your plight, and we'd very much like to assist if we can. I'd like very much to hear the story of what has happened and who has tried to help so far and what they have come up with.
Well, so far we haven't had much help at all. The town guard has tried to search and see if they could find any trace of what happened to our dear Petunia, but so far nothing has come up other than the fact that they believe she is missing and that perhaps she was kidnapped.
But no information as to who may have kidnapped her.
No, none at all.
Well, let me introduce myself to you and my compatriot here. Before we go any further, I'm Renla Thien of House Thien.
Where's that house from?
Sapphire City.
Oh,
I'm Joe.
This is my compatriot Joe, whom I've been traveling with for months now, I think.
It seems like months.
Trustworthy, hardy fellow.
you're on your 5th month.
Very, very reliable and very trustworthy. You needn't worry. He's an elf and has slightly...
Say something about my tracking ability. That's what we're doing here.
Okay. Did he hear Joe whisper that to me? But yes. He's very good at finding things. I'm sure he'll be invaluable in our
I haven't
search.
done it once since we started playing.
No.
Not well, at least. But good. Yes.
4th month, sorry. Just realized that I accidentally skipped a month.
Now tell me, when was Petunia discovered to be missing?
Petunia has been missing for 3 weeks now.
Phew.
And where was the last place she was seen?
Oh, in her room.
In her room.
We sent her to bed, and the next morning, she was gone.
Now, how old is dear Petunia?
Petunia's a young 13 years old.
Did she have many friends?
No, Petunia mostly just had her brother that she spent most of her time with. Petunia, you see, was training to be a proper lady and hopefully marry into a richer family. So she mostly only studied with her ladies-in-waiting. But she was very close to her brother and naturally distraught when he left to study at academy.
Have you checked with him? She hasn't gone there, has she?
Oh, we spoke to Penderley, but he didn't have much to say, and he said he hasn't seen her in quite some time.
Is there any reason for him to be untruthful about that?
Of course not. Penderley's an upright, good boy. He's training at the Roland's Academy to be a scholar and a gentleman and a warrior.
Sure. Okay. And now I understand that the next line of questions that I may ask may be slightly personal and may come off as a little bit offensive, so you'll have to forgive me, and of course if you don't feel comfortable answering, please forgive me. Does the House of Partlesea have any enemies?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Who dislikes you or your family?
I wouldn't say anyone does. We get along fairly well with everyone. We don't have any real rivals because, well, we're not that major of a house to attract attention, you see.
Has Petunia ever left on her own before?
Why, no, not at all. She's never been on her own.
And what sorts of things did she enjoy doing on occasion out of the home? Around the city or country?
Well, the only time she was out and about was when she had someone with her, of course. But, as I said, her favorite pastime was spending time with her brother.
What was her second favorite pastime?
Oh, training and schooling, of course.
Training and school.
She had a particular fondness for the piano.
Piano. And she studied here.
Yes, of course.
And she had a teacher, I presume?
Yes.
And where was he or she? Where are they located?
I believe they live somewhere in town.
Oh. Yes. That would be a safe assumption right there.
Oh, what I mean to say is I don't know where they live.
And what were their names, if you don't mind?
She only had one piano teacher.
22.
Oh, what was his or her name?
Oh, her of course. Petunia has only been trained by females
You're showing it from
as a proper lady.
Sure.
And her piano teacher's name was Patty Bird.
Patty Bird. All right.
Patty Bird.
So,
how easy would it have been for her to go from her bedroom to the front door at night without being heard or seen? Or how easy would it have been for her to get out?
Oh, that'd be impossible. Her bedroom is on the second story.
Okay.
so moving in the wee hours of the night from her bedroom to the front door would disturb somebody in the house, is what you're saying.
Oh yes, the butler. His room is right off the front door. And we keep the front door locked.
Okay. Sure. From the inside.
Well, yes, but she doesn't have the key.
So, what would you say your relationship was like with dear Petunia?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. So just listening to the guy, everything is just too perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong at all with anything. So he may not be outright lying to you, but there's definitely things aren't as good as he's putting them. Just by looking around the house, you can tell things aren't as good as he's putting them.
I could tell that just without any insight.
I bet they don't even have a piano.
You need to sell the strings inside.
Would you guys mind if I looked at her bedroom for clues?
That was going to be my next question, is for us all to go up to the bedroom and see if we might discover something that
Normally I would say no, that would be unacceptable, but considering she's been gone for so long, I believe what you're requesting is warranted.
And I would feel more comfortable, and if you would as well, coming with us, with your lady, of course, so that you might ensure we don't disturb anything of more delicate lady nature.
I put my tinderbox away. The clues are not flammable. Just gotta sit to the ash.
But
I suppose I could come with you. I think we've disturbed my dear wife enough.
okay,
The whole time.
you don't need to come with if you can have a general trust of my nobility. Then I think we should be fine. I won't disturb anything. We just need to look and see if we identify any clues, if you will.
Yes. I can have the butler take you. That's not a problem.
Okay, take care of your wife. We'll come back down and find you once we've finished.
The butler mysteriously reappears. He says, "This way, sir."
Okay.
I really want to ask him if he did it.
Was it you?
As we're walking up the stairs, kind of out of earshot of Percy, I'll ask the butler, did you notice anything on the night that she supposedly vanished?
I can tell you that I did not see her come out the front door. And I did not hear anything on the first floor. So, my only conclusion is she disappeared some other way.
So out the window?
That, I cannot say.
Well, sure. What could you say if there was an exit point from anywhere on the second floor. Be it a window.
There are windows on the second floor, if that is what you're implying, my good sir.
And what of an attic?
No, we do not have an attic per se. We do have a basement, but there are no exits out of the basement.
Mm-hmm. It's also hard to get to a basement directly from the second floor.
This is also very true as far as I know.
Do you have a dumbwaiter or anything like that?
We do, but it doesn't go to the basement.
4-story
Does it go to the
staircase.
first floor?
Yes, it does.
To the kitchen, I presume?
Yes, you are correct.
And in the kitchen in relation to your room?
It's next door.
And the floor in the kitchen, stone, tiles, wood. Is it creaky?
Uh,
Specific. Could someone operate a dumbwaiter from inside the dumbwaiter? They don't have electricity. It's not like you can push a button.
Yes, and the floor is wooden.
Okay.
But the kitchen's right next to my room.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I also do the cooking.
Have you been with the family long then?
Oh, yes, yes.
It's excellent to hear. It's
It's
always
a massive house. How far is this hallway?
I know.
Jeez.
Sorry.
it's always good to see.
You've actually been standing outside with her door for a moment.
It's always good to see a faithful and loyal butler to a family.
Yes, I've been a butler to the family since before Master Percy was born.
Do you have a butler? No, it's, I'll talk about later. Did you have a butler?
Yeah, I had plenty of butlers. Yeah.
Do they all have like one room, or do they have their own house? We can talk about it later. There is a missing girl afoot.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. She's not afoot.
Okay, so thank you for your insight there, Butler. We're gonna go in now, I guess.
Has anything been changed since the night or the morning she was missing?
Oh, of course not. No one's been allowed inside other than to briefly look at the room and then ushered out very quickly.
Like we're about to be?
No, I believe you've been given more leeway to investigate, considering
gotcha.
how long it's been that the dear Mistress Petunia has been missing.
Give us a few minutes, and we will return when we're done here. Will you be waiting here, or shall we go back down?
Oh no, I will be waiting here.
Okay. Start making diligent investigation. I'm looking
So
in
we talked to
particular for
personal
journal.
guy.
I'm
with the
looking
missing guy.
for
Okay, cool. So now we're in her bedroom. We just
clothing
entered it to
that-
look for clues.
Creepy.
that.
We got
so
mostly nothing.
like looking in a wardrobe
13.
and seeing any
Submission
sort of
for
travel
2 weeks.
like clothes or certain
I should
like
write 3 weeks.
shoes and
First
stuff
of all,
missing out of what would appear to be a normal
Okay.
collection.
So first of all, the general feel of the room is
I think we're supposed to know his name. I forgot it.
like little princess
Her name's
room. The whole room is decorated in pink and white, mostly white. There's a lot of lace and frills to it. The bed is canopied, and everything has that old feel. It's almost like a musty smell as well in the room. But it's a bed. There's a desk with a number of small, like, glass trinkets for toys, animal trinkets. There is a window that is fairly decent sized, and it looks like it has a small balcony outside of it. There are curtains drawn around the window, and there is a dresser, a wardrobe, and a small wash basin.
I searched
So
the
And
wash
there's
basin.
also a small dollhouse.
Joe, will you go check out the window while I look around the dressers for hints and clues there?
So I'm gonna look at the window, where it gets lashed from, if it's lashed,
Okay, give me
stuff like that.
a investigation check.
Should be okay. Oh, great. Let's see. 15.
Okay, 15, yes. Okay, so the window is pretty windowy. It's pretty much exactly what you would expect a window to look like. There is a latch on the...
We don't have windows where I'm from.
So it's four. You have no idea. No, there is a latch on the window. It can be opened. It opens inwards, and it's big enough for you to walk out onto the balcony.
Okay, was it latched?
It is latched.
Does it lock?
No, it just latches.
Wow.
Joe,
Yes.
you figure anything out over there?
Well, it's closed.
I just looked at it, and you immediately turned around and yelled at me.
What is it? It's a window. It's real. It's latched on the inside.
Try something for me. Open it up, unlatch it, and open it,
I immediately, as he's saying it, do that.
and then let it go and see when it closes if it latches on its own.
You let it go, and it doesn't close.
I guess mage hand.
All right.
It just kind of stays when you let it go.
I was looking for like springs and stuff. I didn't see any. Otherwise, I would have told you. Sorry. No, it's okay. I'm gonna go out on the balcony and look around.
Okay, and in the meantime, I'm going to start investigating. First, the desk sort of thing for a journal or little hidden hidey holes for stuff that she doesn't want
So-
to find out.
Just as a continuation of what you were asking, so I would expect the next thing you would say is try to close it.
Yeah.
But okay.
I was starting to feel guilty.
Okay.
I didn't want to push Joe too much.
All right.
Slit Joe.
All right. So you walk out on the balcony to check stuff out,
Oh, I can walk off with Featherball.
and you're checking out the
Go on my own adventure.
Yes, sir. Dollhouse, bed, floor, door.
The
Ceiling?
So I guess it
We
would,
went for the
probably be the
labyrinth.
dresser that had the glass
I'm
toys
gonna
on it and stuff. That's where
No, there's a
Lost
table that had this.
So yeah, I would want like the
There's like
table.
a desk.
Yeah, the desk basically. Because what I'm looking for is journal, any papers, Dear Diary stuff, and I'm particularly looking for like little hidey holes.
Okay.
Because I imagine there's lots of stuff that she doesn't want Daddy to know. Oh hell yeah! I just rolled an 18. Investigation is +1, I think. Oh, so no, that's 20 total.
Okay. So investigating. That's a wasted roll on the table.
I have my magnifying glass out.
So checking around the table, it
Weird.
is pretty much just a small desk. There's not much to it at all. There's a nice little white cushioned chair in front of the desk, and it's really just a table for like writing. And she's just got there's some blank pieces of parchment with scribbles. Looks like it's just like letters she's practicing, and general calligraphy and things like that. And then beyond that, it's just her little glass toys, which are about that big, and they're just crudely designed animals.
Renlith suppresses the urge to swipe everything off the table.
Okay.
Disgusting toys.
I investigated this table so hard.
I guess I'm gonna go to the dresser now and
Okay.
try and do a
With
similar
that
thing.
kind of roll, I will let you
Carry it over.
carry it over. Because that's like I said, it was a wasted roll for just that one particular thing. You're kind
So-
of investigating the whole room.
Yeah, yeah. But what Renlith is looking for in particular, once again, is things that would indicate that she left on her own, like clothes missing, obviously missing. Also be looking for false bottoms or hidden places where notes can be stored or letters and correspondence, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So like what Renlith had in his bedroom.
To the wardrobe.
Exactly.
So the wardrobe is basically selections of very frilly little dresses. That's pretty much the only thing in there.
There's strawberry lemonade in the fridge.
There's
as
a
well.
selection of shoes.
Oh, cool. Nice.
There's definitely a
I
spot
was feeling
missing
fancy.
for a pair
Check it out
of shoes.
later.
Exactly what those pair of shoes are, you
Yeah,
couldn't
please,
say
strawberry
because they're not there.
Fancy.
But there are
Lemonade's fancy.
fancy
Sounds good.
normal slippers. There's a pair of night slippers. Around the house slippers. There's a pair of fancy dress shoes, and there's a pair of like around the house dress shoes. It looks like there's another spot missing for another pair of shoes.
Girls in their shoes. Guys. Am I right?
Do you know how many shoes I have with my job?
There is
No,
no
actually.
travel cloak or anything like that.
Shoes.
All of it is
Dress shoes.
basically nice
Shower
dresses or like
Civilian
sleep clothes. And on the top shelf there are
Like 3
linens,
pairs of shoes.
and there is clearly a spot missing where a like
New shoes.
at least one
Old
bed
beat-up
sheet is
shoes,
missing.
and work boots. Oh, I guess I have dress shoes too.
God, so many shoes. Wow. 4 pairs.
Oh, live in large.
I turn to Joe.
He's outside.
Joe.
Yes.
Is feather falling?
I mean, the door's not closed because he left it open.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm individually checking each rail on this railing.
Oh, okay.
What do you need?
Give me a perception check.
When you're out there, when you're out there, tell me what you think. If you think that
My dice makes it so red left hates Joe. To set from the perception.
Okay.
see if what you think if it would be possible from this balcony that you're at
Mm-hmm.
to tie a bed sheet to the end of it to reach the ground safely.
Well, let me just see if there's a bed sheet.
Okay. Sure.
How high am I?
Over 15 feet.
Bed sheet diagonal is like 6.
I mean, on some of my beds, the bed sheets were.
Is the bed missing a sheet?
No, there were missing linens from the dresser,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry, we're talking about shoes.
or
Over here.
one bed sheet technically.
I
What I assume are traveling clothes that are missing from the dresser.
mean, if it's a big enough sheet,
Give me another perception check. Effectively, I'm giving you advantage. Now that you are looking for something in particular.
Daniel's like, come on. Had enough. You were supposed to find it 20 minutes ago.
13. It was obvious from the hotel.
Okay, well.
Am I walking on a dead body?
You're looking. You're looking now. So, looking at the railing, you do, and well, not so much the railing, but looking around, you look over, and there's basically a, like, further away, not close enough, but further away, there's basically a railing for like vines, but it's like too far for a little girl to have gone that far. But there are
Like a
There's
vine trellis.
a vine trellis. Thank you. There is a scrap of linen that is kind of fluttering in the wind. It looks like it's torn.
What do you see with your elven eyes?
I'll show you, mage hand.
What are you mage handing?
Oh, you grab it and you pull it back.
Yeah.
That's evidence.
It's okay.
No
No fingerprints
fingerprints.
yet. No fingerprints.
It's blowing in the wind for all you tell. My mage hand is always invisible.
That's the thing. That's how they get the wizards, because the mage hand has your fingerprints.
But they're invisible fingerprints.
Wizards.
It's a visible mage hand.
At some point, I'm beginning to stir.
Yes. I'm going to come to you in a moment.
Okay.
Ah, you found it. It's definitely.
You want the character sheet for my mage hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do mage hand in the meantime.
Oh, I can also
Roll for mage hand. Let's see.
I
Can I
can-
grab it?
create an unseen servant.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you're a better wizard than I am.
Does that look?
Does it match the rest of the linen?
Yeah.
Or is it just that kind of neighborhood?
It's torn, it's dirty, but it matches.
Good finds, Joe. It's coming together now. She was not kidnapped.
No?
She ran away.
Because they don't tie people up in bed sheets. Got it. Okay, yeah.
I think you're close.
So what did she do with this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could tell from what Percy was talking about.
Mhm.
But he was not telling us everything that he knew. There's something else going on, whether it's
No, I couldn't tell that at all.
a young love, a
I'm actually flabbergasted right now, but what?
Where are you guys on the map?
I'm
way
17.
Are over here.
Okay, and where's the hotel?
T1.
Or the motel?
here.
This side of town.
Oh
Oh, it's
god.
not. It's not a motel.
I know. Just kidding.
Okay, so Kabar, you wake up.
We took a coochie.
You make your way downstairs.
That's Moroccan.
Your group
for
has abandoned you.
Before I leave the room, I don my armor, full
Okay.
head to toe, of course.
Makes sense.
I clank down the stairs. Oh well, first I'm going to attempt to knock on their doors.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you're sharing a room with Joe.
Oh, that's right.
'Cause
I check under the bed.
I'm never asleep when you wake up to begin with. Though.
he's
Fair.
definitely not there.
I
and
check all the drawers.
Rinlet's door is
Magically
dead
locked.
silent.
That doesn't mean anything though.
That's kind of true.
He could be eating.
Maybe they're downstairs.
They're just hiding from you.
I go downstairs and look around. And I guess not seeing them, I approach the front desk.
Okay. Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Have you seen my, friends? Are we friends? Yeah, my friends?
Oh, you were the adventuring group. Oh, yes. They left. Maybe an hour ago.
Did they say where they're going, or leave you a note or something?
I vaguely recollect they were talking about taking care of some quests around town.
Oh. I take a look at my quest log. Oh god.
You can press start, down, A.
Scroll.
Trying to
Kill
remember how much
5
you guys-
rats and bring their skins to
I'm trying to
me.
remember about how much you guys talked about before you left.
We talked about the 3 quests because I wrote them down specifically.
Yeah.
So if you don't
Kabar has
This guy evidently was eavesdropping because I just rolled a 20.
oh shit.
So he's like, oh yes, I believe they were planning to either go take care of some mountainous monsters,
By themselves?
or they
Oh,
were
shit.
wanting to talk to town officials, or they were planning to help some poor person who had lost a child.
Okay, I guess I'm not that important to this group.
Oh, and one more thing. I almost forgot. I was paid to ask anyone who comes in, especially adventuring sort like yourself, do you seek the compass?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Right. How does he look more adventurous than me?
What's it to you?
I actually don't know anything. I was paid to ask anyone who comes in, remember?
Okay, well, what difference does it... Okay, what happens if I say yes?
Well, I have a message. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to ask that question.
It's for your own curiosity, or...
No, I was paid to ask.
I know, but what happens after you find out?
I'm supposed to just simply ask the question.
Okay.
Are you getting red in the face? Like,
Yes,
super-
under my helmet, I'm
super
sweating.
pissed.
I have no idea what it means. I just have instructions to provide additional information depending on the answer.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so you're gonna give me information. Okay,
Wait,
that makes sense.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh.
To you?
He kind of scratches his head. I didn't expect you to say yes. No one's ever said yes. Oh well, I don't know anything about it, again. But I was told to tell anyone who said yes this message. I'm assuming it will mean something to you. Meet at the Shadow Fiend Inn at midnight. Give the barkeep the passphrase.
Whoa, hold down. Slow down. I can barely write.
With this fancy writing equipment.
I have to get my quill out. Unroll my parchment.
Roll all his different inks. Get some water on
Yeah.
these.
Shadow Fiend in midnight as...
Meet at the Shadow Fiend Inn at midnight. Give the barkeep the passphrase. Knowledge and power. And he will show you to the meeting room.
Knowledge in shower.
Knowledge and power.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge and power.
I like to imagine his helmet translates
Powder.
even common.
Sorry, I'm getting some feedback here. Let me back up just a bit.
I understand. Well, maybe if you weren't wearing a giant metal helmet in the middle of a bar.
Excuse me? What's wrong with my metal helmet?
Evidently, you're hearing.
You can't talk at the same time somebody else is talking.
I
unless
reach
it's just-
for my battle axe.
Turn down the
wait.
score.
Roll initiative.
I haven't finished giving you my message, or hit the message.
Oh, carry on.
And he will show you to the
We'll
meeting
continue
room.
later.
There, we can discuss the next steps of your quest.
Interesting.
If that means anything to you, I'm really curious as to what this is about.
It's probably none of your business. Good day.
Good day.
Knowledge and powder.
Rural experience.
Porridge and powder.
We only
Gotcha.
we're learning how to be civilized from Renlith.
I'm very stressed right now.
Yeah.
I feel like a child lost at the grocery store. Okay, what was I gonna say? Shoot, I just went blank. Okay, Shadow Fiend in at midnight, ask bartender, knowledge and power. Or tell bartender, okay. Alright, tell, not ask. Not that eraser sucks. Okay. Tell bartender, knowledge and power. Okay,
Okay.
As long as we stay away from the slums.
do you guys have any food?
Oh yes, you can order the breakfast. That will be 7 silver.
Good day. And,
God, you guys are so good at that hotel.
quickly shuffle off.
Okay.
Clamber off. Clank.
Outside there are a number of carts. Some of them are selling bread, cheese, fish.
I grab
No matter
one of each.
What I eat,
Okay, that'll be
I
like
still have
2
to,
copper.
spend the
That's my
noble
speed right there.
lifestyle. And I'm in towns and stuff.
2 copper for all of it, I
That's-
guess.
I think that's like
Okay.
6 gold a day that I have to
And
spend.
looking around further, the only other really interesting thing other than people doing about daily tasks is there's a
They're
there's
not,
a
I just
guy
say they
who
are.
basically has a little wagon,
Oh,
and
I'm
he's selling
I'm way over here.
Story.
he's selling basically cart rides to
Oh,
anywhere you want to go in town.
So, oh man, what would Kabar do? Excuse
Best
me.
D&D player I've met.
I guess like the nearest person closest to me.
Okay,
Who's
random townsperson
Yes.
walking by, you stop them and they just kind of stop and stare at you.
Do you know the king?
Excuse me. Have you seen Renlith or Ranger Joe?
What are you?
Have you seen Renlith or Ranger Joe?
Have
You
I
know.
seen a ranger blow?
Oh, that helmet.
Okay. Next person. A lot of feedback today. Ting, ting, ting.
There's so many voices, it's trying to translate them all at once. Okay, the next person's a woman who was carrying a water jug.
Excuse me, have you seen Ranger Joe or Renlith?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just getting some water.
Is there what do they call those things at the mall? With the directions?
An information kiosk?
Yeah, is there like a kiosk or something I can go to? Or like Google
town-
Maps or
Town crier.
What?
Kabar did know.
Yes, my name is Kabar. How do you know that?
You just said it.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna approach that car thing.
Okay.
The taxi.
You, sir, look like you're someone who can afford a trip anywhere in town. Where would you like to go?
I'm lost.
Ah, yes.
Can you help me?
He's gonna have
That means you
Get
need to
robbed.
go somewhere.
That's right, you have all the gold.
What kind of place would a lost person go to?
Oh man, he's like scrambling through his notes.
What are you lost from, my good sir?
The single sheets of art paper.
My friends.
Your friends. Aha, yes.
Can we have him like roll a wisdom check to see if he remembers?
Okay, yeah. I'm not trying to like
meta too hard.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to take up all the time.
Dinner, the things that we were going to do.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I mean, technically he wasn't here when you guys took the cart, so he doesn't know you took the
No,
cart.
but at dinner, like last night, after we got done with
Yeah.
the thing, we were like, okay, that's one of the
Gotcha.
3 things that we're gonna do.
That's true. So
like if he rolls a natural 20, like, oh yeah, he's probably.
Should we do that way? We're gonna do it that way.
He's probably, and then you can send him somewhere long.
Unless you have a different plan entirely.
No, this is looking like it's gonna work out for Kabar almost completely accidentally.
Ooh. Okay, so what kind of check is this? Wisdom check?
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9?
9, perfect.
It's pretty high for.
You remember that you guys were talking about
Yeah,
doing
same
some
wisdom.
stuff today, and some of that stuff involved helping somebody out, some like house, and killing some birds in the mountains, and going back to that town council place that you went to the day
Okay.
before.
So I'm thinking in my head.
This is your memory
Would
after the bartender told you everything.
I don't pay. Okay, Kavar's more of like the. Renless the brains of the outfit. Okay,
I'm not denying that.
I just crush things.
What kind of friends are you looking for, my good friend?
Renlith,
Kabar,
Papa
he goes on
Renlith,
feeling.
and Ranger Joe. Do you know?
Ranger and what is this Rinlith fellow?
He's kind of a jerk sometimes, but he's like real fancy.
Nope, taxi
Oh,
driver.
a
The one guy
nobleman
you're
and
next
a
to.
ranger. I took them just a few, half an hour or 45 minutes ago. Would you like to take the same route they took?
Yes, please.
Well, today's my lucky day. That'll be 1 copper.
Oh, okay.
Ting. Yep, be nonchalant with your money. All alone in the big city.
Big spender, man.
Can you break this platinum, sir?
So you
Can you
are.
break this poisonous golden strip?
He informs you that you are on your way to the House of Parvelsea,
I forgot about that. We're so rich. We should take care of that.
and he
Oh.
actually dropped your friends off there not too long ago.
Great.
They said they were going to help someone,
Oh,
but he
thank
didn't
God.
really pay attention other than that.
Oh, thank God. He's relieved. Very relieved. He was very
Does
stressed.
he realize he needs to go to the bathroom now? He's been holding it all morning.
Oh, God. Do you have a jug
Oh God!
or something? I'm just gonna cut the side of the wagon.
Oh my!
No, not really.
What are the streets and the people?
I'm trying to have Kabar be like not totally barbaric,
He's not at all barbaric. He's
Like,
a sweet guy.
but
You
at the same
have-
time,
So much more charisma than mine. I'm the barbarian in this
The
group.
way that I see Kabar is like in his element, just like with that selling that selling
Oh, God.
circle. You know, when he's in his element, when he's comfortable, he's fine. But when he gets into like the social anxiety
Yeah.
sort of things, like he doesn't have a support network around it.
I need help.
He just gets, you know, kind of like when you leave your dog alone at home.
Right. Or it's like a crapshoot how he'll react if he doesn't know
Yeah,
what to do.
yeah, I see
He's
that.
gonna freak out, or he's just gonna start killing things.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't know how to react. So he'll just pick something.
Okay, so back to the rest of you.
Okay.
So basically, you've still got the bed, the dresser, the ceiling, the wash basin, the door,
Okay,
the,
so
the glass or the balcony window itself.
so
I might also go check out the ground underneath, see if there's any.
Yes,
You
the
go do
ground
that.
underneath the
I'll
house.
Sure. If
I'll
you,
walk out the front door.
okay. Once we're back inside, I'm going to, without touching the latch, I'm going to start pressing the window closed to see if the latch automatically clicks or latches itself once it closes.
It was latched on the inside. You were there. You heard that.
So the latch is like on a little,
It was latched from the inside.
just like a flip thing,
Uh-huh.
where when you just close it slowly, the latch just kind of wobbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she could.
And so it's like a hook that you have to.
It's a hook,
Interesting.
so it wobbles back and forth when you close it slowly.
Okay. Well,
Should
that,
have rolled a 20.
that doesn't. I guess that doesn't. That
She's a
doesn't
rogue.
necessarily prove anything because if Percy doesn't want her to appear as though she's run away, he could have very well latched that himself to save himself embarrassment. It's much less embarrassment.
I thought it was a girl.
Percy's the lord of the house, or the
Oh,
the master of the house.
His embarrassment.
Petunia
That
is
she
the
ran
daughter that
got you.
Is that a thing with nobles where
what?
like kidnapping is a little bit better than running away?
It's a lot less embarrassing than having your adolescent child run away from your house. That's horribly embarrassing.
Gotcha.
I've had 3 children just run off into the woods and never seen them again. That's normal.
Thought they moved out. They were 6.
They were 60. It was time. Well, I guess you're gonna head down there and investigate the grounds.
Unless you need me in here, I just
No, I'm going to look around in here a bit longer, and I'll meet you back down either in the parlor or
Okay.
out of doors. I'll find you.
Yeah, Joe also wants to talk to the gardener without Renlith there.
Sure, that makes sense. So
Not that I can do any better.
I'm going to take a look at the. I don't know, I'm just going to take a look at the rest of the room. Really, the bed. What am I looking for now?
What would
Where else?
13-year-old Renlith do?
Well, I am
If he
looking.
was a girl.
So I'm thinking about what Renlith would do. Renlith would
And
probably leave some sort of evidence, being somewhat narcissistic. Someone will want to know and will want to try and find me, so I'm going to leave something in an unobvious place that will give a clue. Maybe not totally evident, but maybe a clue as to where I've gone to stub my point my thumb at somebody or embarrass somebody. That sounds like what I would want to do. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for some sort of clue. Maybe something only a family member would know or recognize. Something that looks out of place. Maybe a gift from outside of the house from a stranger, or some interest that would give a clue as to where she would have gone to.
You know, like a big map with a thumbtack in one spot.
No, there's no maps or anything.
That or
So, like, what do you? I mean, just glancing around the room, or
so I'm going to look in normal hidey hole places, like under the bed, under the pillow. I'm going to be looking in. I've looked in the dresser and the table.
you looked in the wardrobe and you looked at the table. There's also a dresser, a wash basin, and a bed.
Okay, well I'll look at the bed first, just under the bed and under the pillow. Just move those up and look somewhat intently. And so once again, what I'm looking for in each of these places is going to be any sort of note or correspondence, any sort of trinket or something that doesn't fit the aesthetic of the pink and white room, like something like a gypsy sort of rough and tumble guy would have and gift to a young maiden, or a flyer to a fucking circus. I don't know, something like that.
When I got 30 feet away, the bit of linen just fell to the floor because my mage hand disappeared.
Good.
So, give me another investigation check. And Joe, you're jumping down outside, or are you going outside the front door?
I'm going out the front door.
Okay.
I rolled
And you're looking around outside.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell the butler like, hey, I'm gonna go out the front door.
I figured.
Okay. And then is the gardener still there?
my roll was a 12.
12. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
He kind of stares at you. I'm sorry. What's the matter?
Oh, I needed to go look around under whichever way is the window.
There are many windows.
I mean,
He points at one of them. We're under a window right now. The front window.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's just I need to. It would be all right if I walk across your grounds and take a look around. I mean,
Confusing that guy so hard. I love it.
I suppose so.
thank you. And I'll anything that I bend down, I'll bend back up. I understand the work that you've put into this forest that you're trying to build, and I appreciate you, sir.
He just kind of stares at you.
You're supposed to tip.
Okay. Alright, so you
Red
walk
Lip has
on.
never tipped anyone.
Give me an investigation roll.
Joe does what Red Lip does.
And the
Oh.
bed is made. There's nothing really spectacular about the bed. It's made very pristinely. It looks like it's pulled up. The sheets are tucked in very like underneath the bed in all directions. The bed, the pillow's fresh. There's like nothing out of place on the bed. The dresser. Flipping through the dresser, you pull out a couple things, and there's just there's a drawer. And inside the drawer, there is really nothing of all that interest. There's like a comb, a brush, things like that. Basically personal items. But other than that, in the drawer, nothing very exciting.
Okay. And then in the wash basin, is it completely dry? I'm assuming.
No, there's water in the pitcher, but the basin bowl is dry, but there's water in the pitcher. And other than that, it's basically just a stand with a towel.
I see. Okay. I think. Let's see. So I've looked at everything now in that room.
Yes, you've looked at everything in the room.
I think I've figured out about as much as I can here.
I'm going to look for signs of passing, like at the night, like broken plants type stuff, smushed things. I'm being very descriptive for a reason, because I rolled a 6.
That's okay. Looking around, there's not much. I mean, her window is directly above just a grass patch. There's not like any bushes or anything right below her window.
Mhm.
So it would be a semi-soft area to fall, but there's nothing like around it to break. There's no vases or anything. But there's no bushes or anything like that would have been destroyed, and with it
No, like
By
piece of
now-
dress and a
by
thorn
now
bush.
3 weeks, the gardener probably would have taken care of any broken
Right.
bits outside.
And is there standing under the window?
Mhm.
Can I get an idea of like the path of least resistance out of the compound?
Looking around, there is, of course, the front gate, but also you look across and you got a 6. Other than that,
If it's a perception, it's 10.
there's
it's
a
investigation,
small gate, or not a gate, but a small metal fence around the house, but nothing really out of the ordinary that you see.
Well, one trick pony, stealth, and arrows.
So I'm leaving
Okay.
the room.
You guys are rolling amazingly.
The
That doesn't count.
and once I see the butler, I'll say,
That's part of
I'll be needing to speak with Percy.
Yeah.
If you please.
Pretty much.
Of course. And Kabar, you arrive at the House of Parvelcy. It's a pretty nice, amazing looking house. It's 2-story. There's a garden, and there's a gardener working in the garden, and there's a gate. So there's a like little iron wrought fence around it, making it even more fancy. And
I love how he describes things for Kablar.
outside the garden,
Mental image.
there's also a suspicious Ranger Joe nosing about.
I can see him.
Yeah, he's totally stalking about. Looks like he's trying to get into some sort of mischief outside.
I'm in a half squat, like have my hands spread out,
He's
like
dog walking around.
Is he? He's on the other side of the fence, right?
Yes, he's inside the fence.
I'm gonna quietly try and hop the fence and join him, thinking, and like unsheath my weapon, thinking we're like ambushing someone.
Quietly, I love it. The gardener probably, because he's behind the gardener right now.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so give me disadvantage with stealth because of your armor.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh god. I guess, was that dexterity 4? Oh wait. Yeah, 4.
You jump the fence and end up back
This one is
outside.
a really good one, man.
19 and a 3.
Good old disadvantage.
Good one's favorite.
Wait.
So yeah, 4.
Oh. It's a +1 to all my skill checks.
All right, so give me also that acrobatics check, or I guess athletics check to hop the fence.
Oh, that's my jam. Is that disadvantage too? No.
No, that's not a disadvantage.
Okay, 18. +8.
That's your thing.
So you
Yeah.
grab that fence and squeak as the iron rod kind of like bends under your weight, and then you launch yourself over with a thud as you land. Basically, all your armor rattles in place, and your axe clanks against, and all the weaponry on you just clinks loudly.
I hear this.
Everybody turns around and looks at you.
I'm trying to mimic his duck walk.
I draw my bow.
Do you?
It's been around. And then see it's you.
And the gardener promptly freaks out and starts going, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be in here!"
What's going on?
Who are you?
Oh, wait,
Ah!
Kamar, no! Kamar, no! I run up. This is a man of the land.
Huh?
Are
Why are you trying to sneak up on him?
I was looking for clues. If I was sneaking, you wouldn't be able to see me.
What are you doing in Master Palarvel's garden?
is he
Get out,
a
get out, get out!
Sir, it's okay. He's with me.
I thought you were.
He's with the other guy.
I thought we were ambushing him.
Do it that way.
What's going
You
on?
get.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You ruined my surprise, my stealth. I was just about to get him.
I know. It's just this. He's not the bad guy.
Oh,
He's a man of the land.
I don't know what that means.
He cares for the trees. For the trees have no tongue.
He's a landman? Oh, those fabled landmen I've heard so much about.
He's like a druid, but worthless.
Oh, he hears that.
Here, come look around with me,
Reluctantly sheath my...
and
I guess you don't really sheath a battle axe. Whatever you do with it.
just a bunch of loops. Here, walk with me. I'm looking for clues. We're doing an investigation. This is my strong point, so just follow my lead.
Okay.
There's nothing so far.
I was so worried. I couldn't find you.
What? Oh yeah, how'd you find us?
There's a guy and there's like another woman that
So
I
that's your
scared-
window? Okay, yeah, continue.
Scared her, and the front desk guy said some weird shit, and I scared him too. But then I
There's
just
a guy, and there's this other girl,
and I got
girl.
this.
That's how I found you.
I got in this random. What was it? Carriage?
Yeah.
I got in this carriage, and this guy said he knew you, and okay. I was just so worried.
It was a big fancy carriage.
You got in a vehicle with someone who said that he knew who we were.
Yeah.
And you got in.
And he offered me candy.
That's good. That's
Sweet.
perfect. Look at you. You're learning how to be in a city. I don't know.
I can't.
I don't know if I can do this.
I guess I am becoming more sophisticated.
Oh, one other thing. You know how Renless a noble?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
he keeps talking about. Yeah. So, noble means you have a really big house, but you can't afford furniture.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we go inside, like don't draw attention to it, but everything's really run down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
I wouldn't have thought. It's so nice on the outside.
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know exactly what noble means
Spider
historically.
sense tingling with this conversation.
We're probably heard the commotion.
We're
Like,
under the window.
the gardener probably screamed or something. Like,
He did kind of yell.
But yeah, so just I'm learning about this too. It's just I don't want you to be shocked, and I don't want you to think less of Renlith,
okay. Of course not.
because I did.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't say it out loud, though.
No, not to anybody
No, except me.
except my best friend.
We're best friends.
Oh, and you.
Oh. You're talking about his mage hand?
Where is that? You know, I'm always losing it. It doesn't have to be invisible, and I would always know where it is. But
You mean I thought it just materialized, but it's always there?
no,
So is Mr. Butler taking me to Percy
Yeah,
now?
you're going back downstairs.
Oh,
to
by the
first
way-
floor.
When we're going in, I snag a leaf and eat it. As is tradition.
All right.
without permission.
So yes,
this
he
guy?
brings you back downstairs to see
I'll
Master
take him
Mercy.
inside.
Have you tried these leaves?
Percy, I've made. Is the lady there?
No.
Okay, good. I'm glad your lady is not here because I fear some of what I've discovered might be alarming to her.
Oh, what's that?
I'm going to need you to be a little bit more forthright with me because it does appear as though dear Petunia has run off of her own accord.
Yes.
What? That's simply not possible.
The evidence is thus.
Oh, God.
I found
I woke up
in her
a
room
trap.
missing travel clothes, a missing blanket, and from her
Oh, that's simple to explain.
And
I'm sure my butler is simply doing laundry today.
and from her balcony
No, sir, I am not.
and from her balcony, Ranger Joe spotted that same bedsheet in the what did you call it? A vine trestle? Trellis. Hanging from the vine trellis.
I don't know why I've read so many books that have trellises on things, but yeah.
Oh, that's easily
in my
explainable.
head.
Many people
It's
in
a
these
nice word.
parts have bed sheets.
Yes, but they
I
usually
want a
don't
trellis,
tie them
just
up
so I can, like,
to
trellis.
a trellis
It
outside.
wasn't tight. It was just
I like how we're saying it so much. Trellis.
But
Trellis.
I'm not sure if you're just telling him that or if that's what you were thinking.
So we need to.
But the trellis is so far away. Little Petunia could have never gotten that far.
Okay. We need to explore this as a realistic option. Now, my compatriots are full of integrity, and I
I didn't see where this is going.
and I myself am well versed in noble arts and keeping secrets. So you need not fear any risk of embarrassment. But if you truly do want me to help find Petunia, I would very much appreciate if you could give me any indication of an interest that she may have had, a party that she may have spoken with that you did not approve of, or an interest or a desire that she had that you did not approve of.
As I said, I can tell you that Petunia only was interested in ladylike things, and the only thing out of the ordinary that I could say at all about her was that she liked spending time with her brother. Other than that, Petunia was
Rowan,
a
she's at the
perfect
academy.
young lady.
She was distraught when he left to go to the academy. I'm going to tell him everything I know, like as we were walking into to the front and stuff.
Okay.
I think that's everything I know.
So you guys get to the front door, knock, butler lets you in.
This is the butler.
And
He doesn't know anything
I appreciate what you're saying, Percy.
Oh,
about this.
nothing.
About this.
And you do want to find Petunia.
This is the
Of
parlor.
course we want to
I
find
took him.
Petunia.
So let's think about this rationally. I didn't see any indication that Petunia has been abducted
Every fancy person.
or kidnapped or in any
That's
immediate
what they do
danger.
something.
From that,
When you open the door.
what I'm hypothesizing right now is perhaps she missed her brother so badly that she tried to make her way there.
Oh, I can assure you that was not true. I spoke to Panderley myself, and he said nothing of the sort.
Sure. And Panderley is the brother, yes?
Yes, of course.
Wait, who's rolling?
You said Roland.
And
Panderley attends Sir Roland's academy.
okay, and how far,
No, you said it already. That's what you
how
said.
far is the academy
Brother,
from
comma,
here?
Roland.
Oh, the academy is in the Temple District. Much too far for a young lady to go,
And
especially by herself.
especially at night.
Especially at night.
Especially by herself.
Especially by
Are we coming in?
herself.
Especially a fancy noble.
Here's
Especially a fancy young lady.
so here's the thing. You've got no indication. You have received no messages from nefarious parties.
Absolutely none.
Okay.
As I said, House Powerful has no enemies.
Okay.
We-
Listen, I really want to help. I really want to be able to find
He did
her and bring
inside
her
talk
home
last
and
conversation.
find a happy
He's
resolution.
hacking stuff.
I would love for you too,
Slow
but
me
it
down.
seems you don't have the intelligence to investigate correctly. The 200 gold reward still stands if you can manage to find her, though.
How come everyone we try to help is actively discouraging us from helping them?
Because they're embarrassed, like every single time. Percy, this is what I have to offer you. Veiled slights at my intelligence aside, I think it's important for you to understand that with your cooperation, you can have full confidence of.
Give me an insight check.
Speaking of intelligence.
I rolled a 19.
19.
Hell yes.
Okay. You're not getting the vibe that he's embarrassed. You're getting the vibe that he genuinely doesn't know any better. Like,
that's worse.
Getting, it's
Yeah,
more
alright.
along the lines that he probably doesn't even pay attention to what his daughter likes
I see.
or
Alright.
feels. So
Is-
she is
is-
the perfect daughter because that's what he believes her to be.
Percy, I know this may be difficult, but is there any possibility that I may speak with your mistress?
Oh, absolutely not. She's much too distraught.
I thought so.
If you need anything else,
I
my
can.
butler can show you out.
I can.
Are we here?
I can intimidate him.
Perhaps our counselor
Oh.
can talk to the mistress.
Well, I have to.
Counselor?
Counselor.
Okay. Well,
Is that
this
like an
is what we're gonna do, Percy. Everything seems to be on the up and
Already
up
on the
here.
Episode of Star
Thank
Trek.
you for your assistance. We're going to follow a
Starship's
couple of
counselor.
leads that we will
No.
not trouble you with.
That's a class.
And
Star Trek RPG.
will you be at the? Will you be at the Council of 12 this afternoon?
Oh, of course not. I have nothing to do with the council.
Oh. Do you, by any chance,
What's
have
this
any
girl's
sway
name?
at the council?
Absolutely not. None of the noble houses do.
What's this girl's name again?
Okay, continue.
But that's the only thing I wrote down.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Well, at least
Well-
not without massive sums of money.
Sure. Okay, well, we'll get back to you very soon
This is the reason
with
he
our
wanted to do
discoveries.
Wonderful,
And
wonderful. Yes, thank
in-
you.
in the
And
meantime,
I believe
take
now
care.
you've
Veiled
taken up enough
threats.
of my time, so my butler
Well,
can,
for the-
can handle
for
anything else
inside,
you have,
like
any
that.
more questions you have. Thank you
Like a
again.
double back.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay, I give no polite, no pleasantries as I leave.
Okay.
Oh, he left.
Uh,
he left.
Don't leave us, please.
Expecting you guys to follow.
Don't leave me
Because
again.
I'm in my Renlith.
Percy heads out of the parlor, and the butler is left with you and says, yes, do you have any more questions for me before you leave?
Do you know what Petunia was actually interested in?
Oh,
What did she talk about when Percy wasn't around? It will really help us find her.
in all seriousness, Lady Petunia mostly just spoke about Panderley and her time with him and how she wished she could
Sure, right.
spend more time with him and he could participate in the sports that he was interested in.
Hmm.
What's he like?
I know occasionally we could find Lady Petunia drawing in a notebook.
Oh my god, she went for a back alley sex change.
I hope you don't say that out loud.
Happens all the time in the Elfin Woods. Yeah.
What, you like eat a flower or something and you just...
Do you know where
Evaporates
she
away.
kept her notebook? She usually have it on her.
Oh, normally it was on her unless she
1990s
was
D&D. It was a belt.
doing her
It changed gender instantly.
duties.
But you didn't know what.
And
like if you
other-
didn't identify
During
it,
those times, I would imagine it was somewhere in her room.
Permanently?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well,
Have you tried?
That should be interesting.
Well, I mean, it's not in the bed because I make that every day.
mhm.
Have you tried her dresser? She has a drawer there.
I didn't find anything on the dresser. Just a bunch of practice papers, writing papers. I'll tell you what. We're going to track down the road from here to the academy
Okay.
and see if we can find any additional clues. If you do, and we'll be back in the next few days, I'm sure. If you do happen upon it, just keep your eyes open for it. It may well help us.
He's the drawing is of Petunia, right? Is that what? I'm sorry, I missed the part about the drawing.
She's got like a drawing book,
She has like a drawing notebook.
kind of like yours.
Yeah, I have a drawing notebook.
Her portfolio.
Exactly.
T22.
So,
I'm excited.
but
This,
other
it's a
than
lot more
that,
personal now.
we're going to try and follow up on any leads on the way to this
T22.
silly sounding academy.
Bottom.
Ronald McDonald House. Roland McDonald House. Be right back.
Take your time.
Seems like the kind of thing. Did Patterly and Petunia keep secrets together?
I don't know what you mean.
Did they have?
Wait, does Patterly have a bedroom?
Does Penderley have a bedroom? Of course, Penderley has a bedroom. It's been converted into a study, but he had a bedroom.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that's all we need from the house right now. I really appreciate your
You want to check out his bedroom?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that would be borderline offensive.
For you or for him?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're heading out?
Yeah, so when we step outside, I'm going to turn to Joe and be like, Joe, did you find anything when you were out here looking?
No, this
How
guy's
you got out? Or-
this guy's too good at yard manicuring. Any clues that there would have been are
But did he notice anything? Did you ask him if he noticed anything? I'm sure you did.
Kabar jumped down from the top of a fence.
Okay, so you guys got distracted a little bit?
No, I'm saying the man needed some time to, recover.
Oh, you scared him.
Kabar. It was Kabar.
You guys are like best friends, though. Oh, okay, all right. Super.
But I have a pretty good in on them, though. If you want to ask some questions, I can probably introduce you.
No, this.
I guess I must talk to him, I suppose. I mean, we want to know the path that she took, right?
Do we? Well, I mean, yes.
If we're tracking her, right? That's like tracking 101 stuff, right?
Right.
You're the expert.
Sorry, I was already at the. I was in the mindset that we already had the destination. I'm like, the path doesn't really matter. But yeah, we don't know the destination. Gotcha. It's late.
Oh.
Yes, I taught you everything you know about tracking. Don't patronize me.
Okay. Do I see this Earth speaker?
The gardener? he's in the front still. But you don't see him because your eyes just completely pass over him.
Right. I'm going to turn my head ever so slightly and try and bring my gaze from here to here.
Okay.
See if I can locate him.
Yes, you are able to locate the gardener doing menial gardening things.
Gardener,
Yes, my lord.
can you please show me to under Petunia's window?
Yes, my lord. He kind of walks over and points at it.
Come with me, please.
Yes, my lord.
Now, when you were gardening shortly after her...
The Earthbenders.
shortly after her
gardener.
disappearance, I have the suspicion that she came down from the trellis.
Man of the... I don't remember.
Her bed sheet was found in the trellis. Did you notice it?
No, no, my lord.
Did you notice anything
A witch
trampled or
A breather of life.
anything out of the ordinary
Painter
in this
of green.
particular
Paint.
area in the past 3 weeks?
I can paint green.
The last 3 weeks, no,
You can
no.
paint
The gardens
paint
are much
plants.
easier to keep without Miss Petunia around.
Hush now. You may learn.
Look at the graph.
How do you mean?
She would trample in the gardens every chance she got when she was left alone.
Beautiful.
So she had
Inspiration.
tantrums?
No, no, she liked to play lively.
I see. Did she play very often with her brother out here?
She did when they were younger, yes, sir.
And where would she usually go after she was finished generally trampling? Around here? Was there somewhere that she liked to go to be alone in the garden?
No, normally after they finished playing, she would go
Changes.
upstairs to clean up quickly.
I see. Okay. And from here, what's the fastest way, or the quietest way to exit the grounds?
But the only way out of the grounds is the gate.
But what about for a small child?
The only way I know out of the grounds is the gate.
Thank you. I'm gonna look around. Joe, did you see any way out of here other than the front gate?
No, this is a pretty secure compound.
Okay. All right.
This is
You got lasers and everything.
yes. I didn't even want to get near the walls. They were so secure looking.
Okay.
I bit one of the walls.
All
You did.
right.
It's up front.
Let's get out of here.
Nobody judges
How long have we been
house
here?
by the
A couple
front.
hours, maybe, or what?
It's always.
That's how they keep
Easily.
the backyard.
Probably 2
That's
hours.
how you know a man.
I just
This is the
want to
front
take
part,
a mental
yeah.
note to make
That's
sure
what
that
they
we
say.
can make it to
Does that work?
the council thing after
Yes.
lunch.
We have something similar.
I
No.
mean, it's late morning at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So
And it takes at least even on by car, it's like 15 to 30 minutes across town.
15 to 30 minutes?
Big town.
You don't have that kind of time.
well, let's go out the
Did we
front.
pay for 3
front
nights?
gate. Yeah.
Also, we have no actual end goal. Like we don't
Well,
have a timeline.
someone does have something. A bit of information that's extremely valuable to the main quest line. But Renlith is in side quest mode, so
Don't metagame me.
You're the one who left me. I should stay with you.
okay,
I'm sorry
so-
I left you there.
I was so
Gents,
scared.
unless you have something, I mean, I know you would rather do something else than what I'm proposing right now, but I'd like to follow the trail to this Fancy Pants Academy and see if we can find anything. If we have time, I'd like to maybe even aggressively interrogate Patterly, whatever the hell his name is, Panderly, because it seems like there's something strange, in my view, going on with these siblings. Perhaps he's the type that would hide his sister. But that aside, the only other thing that I have planned for this day is to go to the council to once again try and convince the council that there is in fact a real threat from outside this gate following evil forces, and they can't ignore it and they have to prepare for it because some of the fat stuffed shirts on the council don't believe it, as you recall.
We could kill some wyverns.
That sounds like so much more fun. And if
It really does.
if I mean, right now we're just kind of burning some time until the council meeting, and then after that we can go and kill some magic bird things. Yeah, let's do that. So that'll be the plan then. We'll figure out what we can figure out until the council meeting. We'll do that. We'll sup, and then we will decide whether we're gonna head out in the morning or just hit the road. Toot sweet. That means fast.
Toot sweet. My helmet translates that.
Yep, that's half elven.
I'm sorry, but a council meeting sounds very, very boring.
You don't have to come. You don't have to come.
You know, I am thinking about possibly finding a place and doing some research on these wyverns.
Sure, that's really smart.
Thanks.
We can figure out how
Is that the first compliment?
No, he compliments me all the time. You're just never there.
Oh.
I compliment you all the time too.
You actually get complimented.
That's so sweet.
You just can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard.
No, you're doing great, Renly. Keep up the good work, hero.
You're really trying. Appreciate that.
All right. When we're in the cart. Wait, are we
Oh, is it the same dude?
Wait, is there a cart there? You didn't pay him to stay. I'm tired of walking.
We sit. Are we still on their property?
I should have gotten the Tenslers
I think you guys are just kind of standing outside the gate now, trying to figure out what to do.
The gardener's probably like looking at the gate, trying to fix it. Can I bend it back in place for him? Do I need to roll for that? Here, let me help you with that.
Wrought iron.
Is that a strength check?
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, athletics.
athletics. 18.
So yeah, it's kind of worn, and you start bending it a bit, and you hear a little bit of a crack while you're doing it, and then you just kind of leave it.
Hey, that was a good roll.
It was a good roll, and that's why
Cracked
it
it.
didn't come off entirely or not move at all.
Is there like a paint chipped off or anything, or is it?
No, it's not really been painted. It's kind of, you realize it's kind of old and is not in the best of condition. As good as everything else in the house looked, even inside it was pretty immaculate and amazing.
Well,
It was really
since-
nice and pretty.
Ranger Joe told me that was shabby. That's why.
Everything's just really old.
Oh, so if it's old, it's automatically like shabby. I got you.
Yeah, I described it completely different to you than I did to Renly.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay, that's your mind. Your perception.
Gotcha.
So confusing.
Be right back.
Geo observes nothing. Oh, my neck. So all afternoon, I spent so much effort to relieve tension in my neck and shoulders that, like, I sat at my desk with, like, perfect posture. But I haven't done that in so long that, like, my back muscles hurt now.
And that's why you should never have perfect posture.
I used to stand at my desk when I was at my desk every day. That's the best thing to do. But I wasn't going to do that today because I was wearing my dress shoes because it was dress shoe day.
But it's Friday.
First Friday of the month.
That's depressing.
It is.
You should never have dress shoe day. Today was jeans and polo day.
Yeah. But I mean, I left work at 3, so you know.
That's every Friday for me, although I couldn't even like 40. You guys successfully failed a couple investigation rolls there. I kind of get the feeling you know that.
Yep. Yep, I'm pretty sure Renlith, halfway through his walk to Fancy Pants Academy, is going to lose interest in helping this guy. Because he didn't find enough clues, and he doesn't like the guy. He's a tool. And after Kabar said that we should go kill wyverns, Renlith is very much feeling like, yeah.
You agree?
He's being changed by his compatriots.
We're all growing.
So you guys are walking to the academy.
Yeah.
Oh, we end up walking? Okay.
At least for now you're walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's really your only option, starting out.
Yeah. If we're looking for stuff, we need to walk.
Gotcha. Where is it on the map?
We're over here.
Okay.
It's like down here, I think.
Ooh, nice.
It's 22, so it is right there. I was close.
Oh, nice.
So basically, while you're walking along, you pass the town crier again, who's spouting off news.
Anything new from the last time?
He does spout off something that I don't think you heard last time. I don't necessarily know if that's new, but I think it's
What's
just
that?
something that, let's see. So when you're walking by, he starts off with, Pyreheart, Scourge of Fields, still lives. Slay the great dragon, keep its treasure, gain the respect of everyone in the land, and of course the city is now offering 500 platinum pieces and stewardship of Fort Dallin Pass for Pyreheart's head. Freshest slaughtered beef now available at Darred's Slicery. Hurry for the choicest cuts. Expedition to the hidden cave of the hibernating great beast of Torin Peaks, leaving tomorrow. Get your tickets at the Adventurers Guild in Market District across from the street from the Council of 12. Mention this message and get 5 silver off your ticket. Safety guaranteed.
That doesn't sound ominous.
Rats, rats, rats.
Where?
Gettle of Gettle's dough is offering 1 copper per rat tail to clear his cellars. Hurry for fast coin.
Hey, that sounds like our kind of job.
And then he restarts with Nobleman's daughter missing.
It sounds like something that I just go and cast a fireball, and like
Everything would just instantly be obliterated.
yeah.
Bring him some ash.
How much do you like your sewer system here?
Oh, so we were at the park that day
Yeah.
on Saturday. I was keeping an eye out for you guys. I was gonna go look for you, but then my son, he said he felt nauseous, and then he said he felt like he was gonna faint. And I brought him over under one of those little tent things and gave him some water and put some ice on his neck and stuff. I guess probably just too hot, man.
Yeah.
Overheated.
It was rough.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody recognized me. My stepfather walked up and put his chair 5 feet away from me and did not recognize me.
What?
I was wearing one of those big sun hats with the neck.
Oh man. Incognito.
Yeah, totally incognito. The only part of me that might have been recognizable was my beard. Everything else on me was covered.
Oh man. That's probably a smart idea though. It was freaking
So the
scorching.
only part of my
So
body,
get some sweets.
the only part of my
What sweets?
body that got
There's all sorts
burnt
of sweets up there.
was my
There's
arms,
cookies and
my
cake.
forearms.
Got some little tan going.
As opposed to the savories, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the few
Yeah,
times I actually
savories.
put sunscreen on.
I'm more of a
I've
savory
always
guy.
got that stuff on.
I need to be.
But there's A lot of
Doing it
stuff that
more.
I don't want to eat.
I burn.
Gotcha. I'll try.
As we're walking,
I'm sorry, DM.
I turn to you two and say,
Okay.
I'm not really confident that we're going to be able to solve this mystery, and I do feel somewhat bad for
Leaving me behind? No, it's okay.
the family and their missing daughter,
Oh,
but at the same time, how thick do you have to be to not realize that something is going on with your daughter? Something was obviously going on there, and he's blissfully unaware.
yeah. You would see that kind of thing in our tribe all the time.
Distant fathers,
Oh, yeah.
naive fathers.
It's not. It's very different.
Well,
Even the nobles?
We don't have what you would call a noble. In our
So everyone's equal.
no.
Distant
Very
fathers that
socialist.
expect perfection from their children? That doesn't sound normal at all.
listen, I just don't like it. I don't really
Brings
wanna,
up some.
I don't really want to help him that much.
Have you guys heard of Shadow Fiend Inn?
I mean, I memorized the map, so yeah.
Oh. Do you want to get a drink there
I
around
don't know if it works like
midnight?
that at all.
It's pretty late. I'm usually trying to be in my nightgown by 9:30.
You remember that compass thing that we were here
Yes,
for?
the reason that we came here.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So like the guy at the front desk said he had a message for someone, like, and he was pissing me off real bad because like he was being all cryptic about it, and he mentioned that if you're looking for the compass, which we are, right? Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
rhetorical?
I don't know if it's the same compass though. Is the thing, you
What do
know?
you think of the chances? Right now, Redless Face is like the darkest shade it can possibly be.
Probably about as red as yours is in real life.
He's trying very hard.
I loved that interaction. Mars' character is just so hilarious. Like, no! He beat around the bush as long as possible. As vague as possible.
I wrote it down, I guess, like, he said to meet them at the Shadow Fiend Inn at midnight and tell the bartender, oh, what was it again?
So let me
Knowledge and power? It was like a password or something, I don't know.
see if I can
I'm gonna look
understand what
around.
you're saying.
Are we like near people?
Yeah, there's people all around.
Yeah, there's people all around, man.
Oh,
I cast silence. No, I don't.
So let me see if I get this straight, and I will stop and walk over to like kind of a side area, not just out of the main traffic.
Okay.
So and I just obviously just expect everybody to follow me. And so let me get this straight, Galar.
this
At the front-
isn't the right way.
At the front desk, a man asks you something about a compass.
Yeah, he said he was being a real jerk about it too. He just said, someone paid me to ask you about the compass, if you're here for a compass.
Okay, so he asked if
You think that's jerky? Did you ask him about the breakfast prices?
Yeah, dude, are you kidding me?
It was ridiculous.
I got like more food for 3 copper.
So we have a clue to finding the compass that we've been looking
Well,
for.
I don't know if it's the same compass is the thing.
Why would somebody pay to leave a message at the front desk of a fine establishment about
Maybe it's
a
like
regular compass?
a
It's
pyramid scheme or
some
something.
sort
I don't
of
know.
guerrilla advertising campaign that they pay people.
I don't know, man.
I would venture, if I were a betting man, which I am not. If I were, I would bet that this is more than likely something to do with our main quest.
It's worth a shot, right?
It is. This is something that I would stay up past my bedtime for.
That must be important. Then.
Yes.
This is super important.
Thank you. Renlith takes out his journal and writes a concise description of what this information
But it's secondhand through Kamar, so.
Yeah. Well, after a few months, I think I can probably transliterate the message.
Gotcha. Yeah, true.
Hey, good job.
That's very helpful, Kabar.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You
didn't like scare me.
I'm going to look for
ruffle them up for the information.
I
I just gave it to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, there's one fairly nearby, but you're also about 3 minutes away from the academy at this point.
Oh. Okay, we'll carry on to the
Might
academy. I
as well.
suppose.
Am I right in not seeing any libraries on the map?
Not entirely.
Okay.
They're not labeled as libraries, but there are things that will equivalent